My God. I don't know why I did this to myself. I'm noticing a trend in this video. Ears sticking out of the hair. How does that look? Oh, she looks cute. Cute but deadly. Alright, what's up guys? Today, we're going to be Yassifying your characters. So just like last time, I asked my patrons in my Patreon Discord server to put their original characters into this channel for me to Yassify. And now we're going to scroll through this channel together to see what we can find. Oh boy. Okay guys, so we're not off to a good start here. I said to put your original character, write a brief description, and the first post I get is a self-portrait. What do you do? Bro, get this out of here. This guy thinks he's the main character. Bro, you're just an NPC. Hey, you know what though? I'm gonna save this image for later so that I can defile your face. Look at this. You're cute. Are you serious? Why are you encouraging this behavior? Okay, this one looks sick. I literally know nothing about her still, just made her enjoy. I mean, she looks really cool though. You have to have some kind of story for all the decorative elements that you've added to her design, right? Like the long hair, the very bushy eyebrows, and the little peepees on her head. We'll save this one for later because this design is kind of sick. He is a silent character, doesn't say much. He cares a lot about his afro. Doesn't say much. He looks like he doesn't see much either. You know what? I know I'm the one doing an OC challenge, but I want to give you a challenge too. Try to draw eyes next time. I want to see if you can do it. This is Blaze, my post-apocalyptic OC, except in this world she's fighting carnivorous plants instead of zombies. That's kind of funny. My OC Phoenix. I don't know much about her, but she's based in a fantasy post-apocalyptic world. Why is everyone's world post-apocalyptic, guys? Come on, let's be optimistic about the future, please. I mean, she looks cool. I really like her hair design. I love the colors here. I don't know if you mirrored her face because the symmetry here is very uncanny. Did you mirror her face? Don't do that next time, eh? This is Tommy. Tommy? He's a sweet boy who loves cats and road trips. Yeah, what a cutie. Okay, so second pick is Andromeda, an androgynous, gender-fluid, celestial-made being who is easily attracted to anything with a nice pair of legs. Okay, so we're probably gonna have to censor this image so that YouTube doesn't think we're showing nudity to a bunch of children. Really lovely style on your character, but you cannot, please, don't ask me to draw boobies. Oh, this is so cute. This is a draw this in your style, Lucy, and she has a parrot. I love her parrot. Look at this little guy. My first ever D&D OC. Ooh, that's cool. She would accept almost any quest just for gold. She is a gold digger. OC Crystal. She's 5 foot tall and has a bit of a cute childlike face despite her mature look. Yeah, you're talking about her mature... Oh, very cool. I like the pose. I like the hair. I like the eye colors. I like the outfit. And it is... Here's my girl Kana. She works with the mafia and is extremely defiant. I really like the color scheme here and the contrast. This is really good. Look at how the dark hair frames her bright face, and then that bright face is framed at the bottom by this dark outfit, and then that dark outfit is contrasted by a lab coat looking thing. This is my OC. I have no name for her yet. It seems like a lot of people have OCs but don't know their name, don't know their backstories. Come on guys, let's do some brainstorming here, yeah? This is Arthur. His full name is Arthur von... He is a magician and shoots fire and ice. Okay, cool. I don't know why you included this image, but I don't want to see Arthur like this. Please. Jade. She is a jade dragon. Oh, cool. Look, I like the style on this. I like how all the colors in the rendering are completely opaque and not blended together. Look at this. Look at that. You zoom in, it's like a bunch of blobs, but then you zoom out and it all makes sense. I love that. That is a sick color scheme for an OC. I really like the blue hair contrasting the pink skin, and everything is so neon. She's like a neon sign. Ooh, oh, check this out. My OC A-Rang. I create her with a big influence of Korean culture mixed with Japan. Okay, sick. That is super sick. A-Rang. Wonderful expressions, wonderful shape language. Look at this rendering on the face. It reminds me of that one guy who does rendering like this. I know I'm not being very descriptive, but you guys know that one guy who does stuff like this? Jesus Christ. What? Isabella, no. She's smart, sporty, and introverted, and she looks terrified. What did you do? Hi, I'm Indigo, and I'm 12 years old, and my mom helps me run social media. Oh my god, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Hi, Mom. This is my OC Sky. He arrived from a mysterious water portal and wears a tie that grants him the ability to control water. Oh, so he's a waterbender. Wait, you're telling me you're 12 years old And you drew this? Jesus Christ. That's crazy. Kids these days, man, I'm telling you, these iPad kids, they're on a different level, guys. We're gonna be out of jobs soon. Ooh. She's like a little cat person. Oh, this is sick. What a nice, wow, love that. All right, guys, so now that we've taken a look at some of these OCs, let's get to the fun part. We're gonna try to draw them in my style. I always really enjoy doing these because they give me so much inspiration for, you know, characters that I could make myself, and, you know, just trying different things out, trying out different styles, different color combinations. It's a lot of fun. So we're gonna start off with one that is nice and simple. This is Kana, and she works for the Mafia. Now, I'm sure you have a very cute style, but in the original, she looks a little bit too innocent to be working for the Mafia, don't you think? We're gonna try to get that vibe across. You know, if she's working for a ruthless organization, she should look kind of intimidating. Okay, and guys, I just recently found out about the 6B pencil in Procreate, and this thing is so good. If you haven't tried the 6B pencil in the default Procreate pencil brushes, you gotta give it a shot. Look at the line art here. Oh. And while we're on that topic, you can see I've got a bit of a sketch down without the eyes and the nose, but the eyebrows are angling downwards, and this actually creates a more angry, slightly more intimidating look, and that's exactly what we want to go for because she works for the Mafia. She can't be looking cute like this. She looks too cute. I'm not saying she can't be cute, but she should be cute and deadly. And now we're gonna do the eyes. I usually struggle with the eyes a little bit, so my editor's gonna take this part out and make it look like magic and show you guys the final result when I'm done the sketch. This happens every time. I flip the canvas and the eyes are all over the place. You know what, guys? I think the real gauge of whether or not you're a master is if you can flip the canvas and it's absolutely perfect every single time. If you could do that, you've made it. There we go, guys. I think that looks pretty good. So now let's add a second layer and let's go into the colors. And there we go, guys. Base colors all done. Now we're going to go into a little bit more detail, a little bit more shading. We're going to get some more variation also on different parts of the face. For example, the blush on the midsection of the face. But I think so far it's looking pretty good. Let's add some very simple shading here. Now, I don't want to do too much, again, because we got to draw multiple of these characters, and I don't want each one of them to take 3 hours. Although I know a lot of you guys would love to see my face continuously for 3 hours straight, but that's not happening here. Subscribe to my OnlyFans for that. You can pay a little bit extra for feet pics. Beautiful, simple shading. Now let's get a bit of a brighter color on the hair too. Just like that. Very simple. Okay, now let's get a bit of a blush on her face. Look at that. Instantly makes the character look more alive. Now, a common mistake that I see with lips is a lot of people tend to use a whole different red hue. Now, if you add an entirely different vibrant red hue to the lips, it's going to make your character look like they're wearing lipstick. So what I find to be really helpful is I just select a color that's already present on the face, like for example on the cheeks or on the tip of the nose, and maybe just bump up the saturation a little bit, and that really helps with the continuity of the colors on the character's face. And now for the eyes. Let's get a nice glaze on there. How does that look? Oh, she looks cute. Cute but deadly. All right, get a nice dark color on the eyebrows there. Now, as you guys can see, the eyebrows are kind of blending into the hair, but as long as you have a little bit of space here to show the general direction of the eyebrows, then you can still kind of tell that she is, you know, a stern and angry and intimidating looking girl. Yeah, I don't know. I might have also made her look a little bit too cute. Okay, so I think this is pretty good for the eyes. Both of them are kind of looking the same direction, so that's that's good. Now we're gonna add a bit more detail. What I'm gonna do here is give her a bit of a double eyelid, and we're gonna add some highlights to just finish that off. Look at that. That's nice. Very good. Okay, now I'm gonna come down here, give her slightly darker color in the nostril, and also work on the lips just a little bit more, and I think we should be done with this character. There we go, guys. That's our first character. Her name is Kana. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Usually my first character is my weakest, but not today. Ooh. She looked good. So I'm hoping we did her justice. Now let's go on to our next character. Now here's our second character. I'm loving the rendering and the shape language on this character, as well as the colors. She's got a really nice pastel color palette to her, and I think we can do a lot with this character. So we're gonna start off with a pose. I think I'm gonna take this pose right here and try to expand on it a little bit. As always, we're going to start off with a sketch. Let's get that shape of the head down, flip that horizontal. This is already looking really good. Okay, flip it back now. This looks good to me. Let's give her some ears. I'm noticing a trend in this video. Ears sticking out of the hair. That's cute. I'm just full of surprises, huh? I keep surprising myself with how good these look. Okay, so I'm loving the flow of the shapes on this character. Now, speaking of shapes and flow, there's something that I do kind of subconsciously that I want to let you guys know about, because we're also going to do a character shape, language, and flow tutorial this month on Patreon, so I might as well talk about it a little bit here. Now, what I like to do, and what I see a lot of other artists do in very effective stylized portraits, is when it comes to shapes, you want to balance the curves and the straights. So for example, you get a nice curve going this way to a break point, and then it comes down this way in a relatively straight line. It's this balance, this interplay of curve and straight. I mean, this part here too, curve and then straight. Look at this curve, then straight. There's a flow, there's a rhythm. It is a more advanced topic, so for the beginners out there, you want to focus on understanding your shapes and forms first, but as you get into more stylization, you're going to start to notice this more and more. Now I'm going to set the first layer to multiply, okay, and under this we're going to add colors. Now she has a very visible blush and reddish hues towards the underside of her eyelids, so we're going to accentuate that in our rendering as well. Now if we're going to be adding shading to the skin, we also have to add some shading to the hair. So I'm going to just do a very light kind of render on the hair. Just give it some three-dimensionality, nothing too crazy. And I'm going to come in here to the cheeks and the nose and just blend out some of these colors. Very light blend, nothing too crazy. And that looks good. And now guys, let's do the eyes. I can't believe I only just found out about the 6B pencil. How long have you guys known about this without telling me? Looking great. Let's get some pupils in here. Yeah, it looks better. She looks better with pupils. Get some whites on the eyes here. That's looking good. And of course, last but not least, you gotta add a little highlight onto the eye. All right guys, for the most part, this is actually looking really good. Now, all that's left to do is to add in some smaller details, and I really like the way this character turned out. I think she just has a really solid design that lends itself really well to almost any kind of art style. There we go. Now, flip it around once more. That's pretty good. All right, so there's our second character. Hope you guys enjoyed this process. I had a lot of fun drawing her. Such a unique and memorable character design. I really like this one. Okay guys, so now we're gonna get even crazier. We're gonna go on to our third character, and it's gonna be this strange, colorful fox lady with little peepees on her head. We're just getting progressively crazier and crazier as we go. I got a good feeling about this one, guys. This is gonna be a good one. She doesn't have eyebrows. Her eyebrows kind of go straight into her hair, so it's going to be kind of tricky getting her to look expressive, I think. See guys, talking about shape language again? Check this out. Curve, break, straight. Look at that flowing motion. It's very subtle, but once you start to notice it and once you start to implement it, it's going to change the way your work looks. Okay, so about 2 years later, here's our sketch. This is such a hard angle for the face. I don't know if you guys have ever tried drawing a character in this kind of perspective, but this is the hardest angle to draw the head in. Nobody can tell me otherwise. But you know what? I think despite that, she looks okay right now, and we're going to go on to the coloring for this character. Again, if you guys watch my process, you're going to see that I always apply these flat colors first before going into any shading or worrying about any color transitions at all, because you really don't want to overwhelm yourself as soon as you start rendering. Okay, take it one step at a time, just like your studies. You want to practice one thing at a time. It's kind of strange to me that she doesn't have eyebrows. I'm used to drawing characters with the eyebrows because they convey a lot of expressiveness, so I'm adding a bit of shading here. It's kind of like a cheat, to make it seem like there's expressive eyebrows, but there really isn't. Okay, and now I'm going to come down here and give her some very simple basic shading. Okay, and now we're adding a bit of color on the lips, and I like to blend out the edges of the lips like this just to make them look softer and a little bit more juicy. And I'm giving her a fang here because she seems like she would have one, and the ear's a little bit too low, so we're gonna have to liquefy this up all the way up. Again, if you guys want to just absolutely suffer, honestly, just give this perspective a shot and see how you fare, because this, my god, I don't know why I did this to myself. Hey, there we go. Now it's time for a little bit more detail. We're gonna come back in with the 6B pencil. We're gonna just add some line art here. The line art for me is almost like a section of the rendering process and not necessarily a separate step. So I think I treat it a little bit differently than most other artists you might see. And finally, we're gonna just boop, highlight on the eyes. That looks fantastic. So there we go. There is our third character. They just progressively get crazier and crazier. There's our first one, very tame. There's our second one, whoa. Third one, last but not least, I want to just do something else here. So this guy right here thinks he's like the main character or something, and he put a self-portrait of him into this challenge video. So you know what? You're gonna get it. We're just gonna work our magic on him real quick. See, this is what happens when you just don't follow the rules. Your self-portrait is not your OC. Check that out. Check that out, eh? Get a little glimmer in his eyeball. Nice and bright. Brighter than his future. And you know what? We might as well change his hairstyle while we're at it. We're just gonna give him a little haircut here. There we go. Nice and smooth. Gorgeous bright highlight. Again, brighter than your future. There we go. Isn't that fantastic? So now let's go in with some line art with our 6B pencil and add a bit more detail here. Gorgeous. That's perfect. Guys, this is what happens when you don't read and follow the rules. You are not an OC. So there we go. There's our video of me yassifying your guys' OCs. Let me know which one's your favorite. This one's the first one. Second one, I really like this one. This might be my favorite. Third one, this one's super playful and expressive. Really like that about it. And the fourth one is just drop dead gorgeous. Comment down below and let me know which one's your guys' favorite. Hard pick for me between this one and this one. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this process of me yassifying your guys' OCs. Hope you guys learned something new, and if not, I hope you were entertained. With that being said though, there's no sponsor for this video, so feel free to check out my Patreon page if you want to show some support, and I will see you guys on the next video. Guys, I am literally in the fog. I can't see anything out my windows right now. Fog, nothing. Just, it's white outside, all white. It's beautiful. Boy, that is something else, isn't it? My God. He is hideous. Again, you can go now.